What is up, beautiful YouTubers? Today we're talking SilentAF Vigilantis. I have the 30 cal suppressor in hand, and I'm going to get into why I truly like this suppressor. Let's get it! Before we get into this can, please do all the YouTube stuff. If you like this type of content and wish to further help the channel, I have my Cash App listed here and Super Thanks enabled. You can also find a link to my website that lists the affiliate links where you can shop and help the channel that way. Make sure to leave a comment because we will be giving away the new Mantis product not even announced yet. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on the video. So the basics of this can are easy, yet oddly satisfying. SilentAF is a newer company whose owner has an equally simplistic outlook. He just wants people to enjoy shooting suppressed and wants to design products that incorporate a combination of everything a silencer should do. The best part, I think this can does just that, but falls short on some aspects. The Vigilantis is a titanium shroud with a set of stainless steel baffles, has the ability to cycle on almost every setup with little to no adjustment, has minimal back pressure, reduces sound, and even has almost no point of impact shift. Best parts of this can though for me is the design allows for quicker heat dissipation and the recoil reduction due to the design at the cap of the silencer. With these 2 points in mind, let's see how she sounds. Alright guys, what we have here is the Vigilantis from SilentAF. We're going to be shooting it through 5.56. He's already told me this is a 30 cal. It's not the quietest, but it is a flow-through suppressor-esque. It's not flow-through because Huxworks owns that, but it has reduced blowback pressure, which is great. So you are paying a premium for that flow-through technology, which is kind of stupid in my book. I understand why some people go for it, you know, but let's be real. 5.56 is never going to be quiet. It's absolutely going to be a screaming round all the time. So I'm going to do a video on it. Let's get into it. All right, Vigilantis. That actually sounds really good, with ears on at least. She held open, we're clear, but with ears on, that sounded really nice. That actually sounds really good, with ears on at least. She held open, we're clear. Ready? Whew. Oh man, I'm gonna pop an ear on this one. Here we go. Yeah, it's kind of the same sound as the anechoic 223L, I will say. But like I said, it's a little bit of a deeper tone. It's not as loud and crackly as the anechoic. But with that being said, it's also very robust, so I could shoot it a lot more. They do recommend 14.5 for barrel length restrictions, but we're trying to test all these through all of the lengths no matter what. So not bad at all, guys. All right guys, we have our 16-inch mid-length rifle with the SilentAF Vigilantis. We're gonna rip a couple rounds, see how she sounds. This was specifically set up for unsuppressed, so I've got the adjustable gas block up here just in case I did suppress it. She's tuned to be perfect unsuppressed. I got the A5 back here with the H2 and a blue Springco spring. Or no, this is not A5. This is regular, excuse me. This is the only rifle I have that does not have the A5 system in it. It does have a blue Springco spring in it, H2, adjustable gas block, modern armory, dick butt, bolt carrier group. It's an NP3 Carpenter 158, but let's hear the Vigilantis at work. Ready? And up. Woo! I'm gonna pop an ear and see how she sounds. She sounds really good with the ears on. We're gonna go up, up. So it takes that spice away. I have a little ringing in my ears, so that's definitely possible hearing damage if you do that long term. This is, like I said, a flow through or a reduced blowback system, so I'm not really worried too much about noise and decibel lowering. This is more for flash reduction. It's more for a little bit of sound reduction, but you're going to be wearing ears no matter what. The only rifle can that I've heard that feels okay is the Lazarus 6, the Cat WB. The Polonium K is okay. The Polonium full size is pretty good. PTR makes a can that sounds pretty good, but I wouldn't do a full day with like 300, 400, 500, 1,000 rounds through my rifle, through my 11.5 while not having ears on. It's just not enjoyable. You're going to feel like you have an ear infection for the rest of the day, maybe even the day after, and that is permanent hearing loss. And you guys don't want to do that because it's not fun, from what I understand. I like to conserve my ears, so that's why I shoot suppressed. But I also like to conserve the internals of my rifles for as long as possible because these parts cost money. So that's why we're doing this video. Flow through, baby. And up. Woo. I'm gonna pop an ear and see how she sounds. She sounds really good with the ears on. We're gonna go up, up. All right, we are clear. 2 unsuppressed 150 grain baseline. So Fiocchi is first, Black Hills, Federal, then Hornaday. That is the order of operations here. Right now we have the SilentAF. We're gonna go hot. First round is the Fiocchi. Fiocchi is the first round. And we are clear. We held back and all. Good round. All right, now we have the SilentAF Vigilantis Velos. Sounds fucking awesome. All right, guys, so the SilentAF is a full titanium outer with a stainless steel inner. So it has barrel restrictions. Now, titanium suppressors are not my favorite, mixed with flow-through suppressors, which are also not my favorite, because a lot of times you need a 3D printed titanium suppressor that does flow-through and sound suppression very well. Now, this is a 30 cal can. I asked for the 30 cal can because I wanted to shoot it out of various calibers. With that being said, this suppressor grew on me. And the reason for it is because A, it made it softer shooting for every platform that I own, including 308, which we all know that is not a great caliber to shoot. Now, on top of that, it has flash reduction and it doesn't beat the shit out of your system. Now, your internal system with traditional suppressors will be worn down a lot faster if you suppress it with a traditional suppressor. With the flow-through suppressors, especially the newer ones that are coming out now, that both like the Lazarus or Cat WB or the PTR vent series, all of those do a good job suppressing the sound while also having a flow-through technology, excuse me. Now, SilentAF did do sort of that, and I'm going to show you why I say sort of that. This is an 11.5 SBR. Now, the barrel restriction for a 5.56 is 14.5, but I wanted to push this to see if it did any harm to it. And spoiler alert, it didn't. So I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like real quick. We're going up. That's with 5.56. 30 cal, like I said, so it's going to be a lot louder than the 5.56, and by a lot, probably like about 6 to 8 decibels. But this is not bad at all. And I could just go hard with this bad boy. And she's just not going to fault. I genuinely think I've tried to blow this can up and it just did not blow up, which blows my mind. I've used it full auto through an 11.5. I've used it on a 10.5 for like thousands of rounds with my Jackal. I actually burned the barrel out with this suppressor. I've used it on 300 blackout, 7.5 inch subs and supers. I used it on 16 inch 308. I used it on a 12.5 308. And that's the extent of my testing. I will say it does a lot of stuff very well. Very well. The biggest downfall I see is the price. And it is titanium, so I do understand. But it's not 3D printed. But that will be the biggest downfall I see is price. There's very little point of impact shift, point of aim shift. When you add this onto it, I could just make sure that, you know, it's good to go. But I actually genuinely appreciate the suppressor for what it is. And what it is it helps my ears when I shoot, you know, tens of thousands of rounds a year. It helps my internal components not be beat to shit. And on top of that, it looks cool as fuck. It's not that heavy. It's not heavier than a Putnik. But I like this thing a lot, guys. Like a lot.